If he was in jeopardy, he just lost.
It's called the Home Access Program.
My brother!
Louis, how you doing, brother?
Good to see you.
Good to see you, sir.
I want to know the latest and the greatest. I'm excited to
sir.
hear what you got going on.
Couple of good things. The one that you've been hearing about is a new program that came out for Contra Costa County and Alameda County, right, for first-time buyers. So who's a first-time buyer? A lot of people need to understand that being a first-time buyer means that you haven't owned a property in the last 3 years. Even if you own a property before that, as long as you haven't owned in the last 3 years, you qualify. That's one. Number two, you have to be at 80% of the median income for the county, which is about $132,000. So you cannot
say that one more time.
At the medium income average for the county, which for Contra Costa County is $132,000 for the year.
For a person or household income.
Household income.
Okay.
And number three, also, you have to qualify. You got to get pre-approved by an approved lender with them. So normally you have to have about 80%, 620 FICO score minimum, right? So we want to have at least a 620 FICO score minimum in order to qualify for this program. And last but not least, the client has to come in with 3% of their own money. So what's the benefit? This program is going to give customers up to 40% of the purchase price, right? 40% of the purchase price up to $200,000 maximum. So someone who's buying a $500,000 house will get $200,000. Someone who's buying a $600,000 house will not get 40%. It's less, but the maximum is $200,000.
What?
No cash.
Free money?
No, it's not free money.
Okay.
So this one is not free money. We have another one that is free money, which I'll talk about. But this one is not free money, but there's no equity share requirements, which means a lot of the programs that give you that kind of money, when you sell it,
you don't have
you
to
pay
share
back the $200, but all the money, the rest of the money is yours.
Is it CalHAFA?
Right. No, this is not with CalHAFA. It was the housing authority for Silicon Valley. So this program was originated last year only for Santa Clara County, and now they have extended it to Alameda and Contra Costa County.
Whose program is it? The county or the?
Yes, it's for the county. So the money that comes from us is for the first mortgage, the one that the client is going to make the payment on.
Okay.
So if you're putting 40% down, the 60% money comes from us.
So this program will give you up to 40%.
Correct. 40% of the purchase price up to $200,000 max.
What's the name of the?
So the I have it here. I'm sorry.
He usually knows every question.
I know.
He usually knows all the answers for my question. If he was in jeopardy, he just lost.
It's called the Home Access Program. Yes.
It's a county program. It's not CalHAFA. This is the way I understand it. It's what is it called again?
Home Access Program.
Access Program for first-time home buyer. And you got to meet the income requirement, which is in Contra Costa is 80%
of the average
of
income
the average
household.
income, which translate to $132,000 household income.
3% contribution from the buyers.
3% contribution.
Right, and it's a 30-year loan fixed.
And it's not even a shared equity.
Correct.
They're going to give you 40% up to $200,000. Is it going to be silent?
It's a silent second. You don't make any payments on it. It accrues interest, 3% simple interest, right? That you'll pay back eventually.
Is there a minimum? When do you have to pay back?
You can pay back at any time.
Oh, wow.
So there is no minimum. Now, you have to pay it back when you either sell the property, refinance, or finish paying it off. But if none of those happen, you can have it for 30 years until you decide to pay it.
It's not a shared equity. You do have to pay for the interest, but hey, you're borrowing money, and the interest is not that bad.
The most powerful thing here, Louis, is the fact that you're not going to be paying mortgage insurance. But just think about that.
Because you're 40% down.
Right, because you're more than 20% down payment. Mortgage insurance can be $200, $300, $400, depending on the purchase price of the property per month. And number two, affordability. You're going to have a lower payment. I had a couple that I'm putting into this program now that couldn't find a house because they could only afford $300, $350 to keep a $2,600 payment a month. That's all they could afford. With this program now, they're going to be able to buy a $550,000 house here in Antioch, and their payment is going to be $2,600, just where we want it, where we need them. So really, the 650,000 to 700, depending
That's
on
the
the
sweet
rate,
spot.
is the sweet spot where
Okay.
we're going to be with 40% down and still qualify with a 132,000 income.
And this is perfect for like your client that you were
Absolutely.
saying
Yeah.
they were only going to buy a house for two
Hmm.
because they can only afford up to a certain amount of monthly payment, and that equates to $350,000 house. But with this program, Carlos was able to give them a higher amount. You got 350,
Hmm.
550. You're going to get a nicer
Hmm.
house, and the
Yeah.
payment is pretty much the
And the
same.
payment is virtually the same, has to be, right? Because the debt to income ratio. So we're right there at $2,600 on a
And
$550,000
no
house.
PMI. No
No
PMI.
PMI. Exactly.
That program again is Home Access Program. It's HAP. HAP, short for happy.
Yes.
So if you need more information, you can call any of us.
Yeah.
I'll link the information at the end of this video. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
Carlos.
you so much, Louis. Appreciate it.